driving along the interstate toward Florida, where I hoped to find my friend Becky's mom. I enjoyed my life, but was on the verge of burning out. I had met Joe, who set me on a wildly romantic fantasy. Joe and I concocted a plan where I would finance the start of a seafood business and we would travel the world. We had letterheads and business cards made. Joe would travel and set the groundwork for us while I took care of my affairs. I put Joe on my credit card and sent him off to arrange seafood contracts for us in South America. I was intoxicated with my fantasies. After a few weeks, suddenly there were no more communications from Joe. I got the first credit card bill and was horrified to see the many thousands of dollars that had been charged by him. Another week passed without word from him. Heartbroken and frightened that something had happened, I canceled the credit card. Within a day, he called from Spain, saying he had been hospitalized after an accident, wondering why the credit card was no longer being accepted. I was relieved that he was okay, but also indignant that he hadn't kept in touch, leaving me in anguish. I told him I could not reinstate him on any credit card. He said he understood and would call me when he got to Miami. When he called, we soon were hatching plans to meet at my family home in Elkhart. After several missed flights on my nickel, he flew to South Bend and met my family. He promised to help me drive to Florida, where we would resume our business and relationship. I was deliriously happy, but my Elkhart girlfriends were horrified to witness the extent of my excitement. They tried to reason with me. Slow down, they said. I ignored them. When I finally heard from Joe again, he said he didn't have the money for his flight. I sent him a ticket, and he claimed he would meet me at a restaurant. With my head in the clouds, I drove to the restaurant, and I waited. And waited. And waited. Finally, I realized he wasn't coming. I decided I was going to go to Miami and find out what in the world this Joe was up to. After several days of driving, I arrived at my mom's mobile home in a modest trailer park outside of Miami. She welcomed me and said I could stay with her for a while. She listened to all my stories and did not chide me. She helped me find another mobile home in the park for sale. I bought it on the spot. I enjoyed swimming in the lake until someone casually mentioned that alligators live there. After a week, I decided it was time to go to Miami. I met Joe in a restaurant. He apologized for not meeting me before. He had another story, which I ignored because of my fantasies. He took me to his apartment where several other people were living. After a few days, I learned Joe had taken the airline ticket and cashed it in to use for himself. It turned out he was also mooching off of his friends. I was sickened and furious. How stupid could I be? I found a large stack of receipts. It was evident that he had taken others with him to South America. The next couple of months were spent by me grieving my losses. My work, my lovely home, my money, my pride, my shattered dreams, my broken heart. This con man found me such easy prey. I realized with much gratitude that nothing worse had happened to me in the hands of this real live alligator.